Breaking news, collar in court. You know, we've always said what it says is that the district attorney should look long and hard at prosecuting Tyrell Efron. We've said that from day one. But they should do it now. They have them admitting to perjury. They have them committing assaultment. The jury saw through it and came to an enormously quick and speedy verdict, the right verdict. And we thank this jury. And again, for me and my partner, Chad, we're honored to have represented this amazing family. Rakeem Rocky is one of my closest friends, but he's also just a great, great person. Rihanna, they are seriously the greatest people. And I said I love them, and I really do love them. And I got emotional in my summation because I care about them. This is one of the happiest days of my life. And I'm happy for them because they've earned this and deserve it. A$AP Rocky just pulled off one of the most shocking legal victories in recent celebrity history. After months of speculation, intense courtroom battles, and the looming threat of 24 years behind bars, he has officially been found not guilty on all charges. What once seemed like a high-stakes trial ended in a stunning collapse of the case against him, raising serious questions about why it even made it to court in the first place. For those who need a refresher, this whole mess began when Azzaprelli, a former member of Rocky's crew, accused him of pulling a gun and firing twice during a heated argument in 2021. Relly claimed he was left with injuries on his hand, but from the very beginning, Rocky denied ever using a real firearm, insisting that the only thing he fired was a starter pistol that shoots blanks. From the start, the case was built on shaky ground, the first major red flag. There was zero physical evidence to back up Rayleigh's accusations. Police combed through the alleged crime scene and found no shell casings, no bullet holes, no blood, nothing that suggested a shooting had even taken place. But 2 days later, Rayleigh suddenly appeared with shell casings that he conveniently found on his own. That move alone raised major doubts about his story, and forensic experts couldn't even confirm whether the casings were from the same night as the incident. Then came the security footage. It showed A$AP Rocky and Relly arguing and getting physical, but there was no clear shot of Rocky firing a weapon. Without a gun, bullets, or physical evidence, the prosecution put all their faith in Relly's testimony. And that's exactly where things fell apart. Rocky's lawyer, Joe Tacopina, tore through Relly's claims, pointing out how his story kept changing every time he retold it. He laid it out for the jury. No gun, no bullets, no real proof. Just accusations. Then came the biggest moment of the trial. Forensic experts officially confirmed that there was no proof linking Rocky to a fired gun. That was a final blow to the prosecution's case. The jury didn't take long to deliberate, and when they returned with a verdict, the courtroom fell silent. Not guilty. Case closed. Rocky let out a deep sigh of relief, while Rihanna, who had been supporting him throughout the trial, was spotted beaming with joy, clearly relieved that their family wouldn't be torn apart by a wrongful conviction. Fans erupted online, celebrating Rocky's freedom and calling out how weak the case against him had been all along. Many even questioned why prosecutors pushed the trial so aggressively when the evidence was non-existent. And now, just like that, A$AP Rocky is officially a free man. No prison time, no probation, no record. It's wild to think that at one point, he was just one decision away from losing everything. The plea deal would have meant 6 months in jail and 3 years of probation. But instead, Rocky bet on himself and won big. At first, it seemed like a reckless move, especially with 24 years on the line, leaving Rihanna to raise their 2 kids alone if things went wrong. Even she looked visibly stressed at the start of the trial. But when it became clear that Rocky was fighting for his future, she showed up in full force, making sure the world knew she had his back. Rihanna showed up in court, looking sharp and all business, making it clear she was there to support A$AP Rocky. Whether she intended to or not, her presence alone may have influenced the jury's perception of the case. Let's not forget this is Rihanna we're talking about, one of the most famous and well-loved celebrities in the world. It's not far-fetched to think some jurors were fans. And if that were the case, they might have been a little more inclined to view A$AP in a sympathetic light. But even with her standing by his side, the tension was obvious. Paparazzi caught her slipping out through a side exit, avoiding attention. No waves, no smiles. Just straight to business. One bystander even described how she stood stiffly, eyes darting around as she waited for security. Another person online bluntly stated, "I'll never understand why she chose ASAP. Now she's sitting in court supporting him like this." But if people thought this trial was already messy, they had no idea what was coming next, because ASAP Rocky's beef with Raleigh wasn't just about money or loyalty. It allegedly involved Rihanna herself. And who decided to spill all the details? None other than Azealia Banks, the self-proclaimed queen of internet chaos. If there's one thing about Azealia, when she thinks she has dirt, she does not hold back. The second she heard the rumors, she aired them out for the world to hear. According to her, when ASAP and Rihanna first started dating, he was so proud to be with her that he wanted to introduce her to his Harlem crew. And apparently, Relly wasn't too happy about that. Some claimed there was instant tension, and others believe Relly may have been a little too friendly with Rihanna, which didn't sit well with Rocky.